F1, the exhibition here in Toronto. I saw your face the second we walked into this.
I saw your face when the second we walked in here as well. So
I got really excited, but you lit up like a Christmas tree because this is, I feel like, what F1 fans dream of, getting to witness all of everything in the history of F1 in one place. So we're walking through the first room here. Yeah. What sticks out to you?
I mean, I think when you first get in, Marissa, it's kind of like the music.
Yeah.
The sound of the cars, sort of everything kind of just pulls you in, and then you start seeing the history of Formula One when you first kind of come in here. I mean, in particular, like this particular Lotus 99T, which was driven by Ayrton Senna, and then you know, obviously, you know, we've been given the description of like where it came from. Obviously, it lives in Toronto now, and the story of how it got here. I mean, it's pretty incredible to see that, since I was like a huge Ayrton Senna fan, and he's one of the reasons why I got involved in the sport in the first place. So.
I feel like he's the reason why a lot of people got into F1 in the first place, right? Or just racing sports in general. What a legend he was. And there's so many different legends on display here as we're walking through. Look at this. Look at my boy Enzo Ferrari.
I mean, like, I think like two of the most iconic characters in Formula One. I mean, obviously Formula One wouldn't be what it is today without Bernie Ecclestone, and then obviously Formula One wouldn't be what it is without Enzo Ferrari in Ferrari.
And as we leave this room, we're walking into the next, which I feel like you were already impressed with this one. The second you walked into this room, Tim, you lost your mind. You absolutely lost it because you took a look at this Haas right here. You're like, whoa, this is the real thing?
Yeah, this is
You just get replicas.
No, this is great. This is the VF20. So this is the car that Romain Grosjean, you know, obviously raced in 2020, had that massive accident in as well. But this is like the real deal. I mean, sometimes you come into exhibitions, or sometimes you come into Formula One events and you get like a show car. So it's not like a real thing. It's like made of plastic, right? And it's just like, you're like, what is this? What am I looking at? This is the actual thing. Full carbon fiber, Marissa. You have the engine. I'm looking at the engine right here. Radiator. You have the exhaust, the gearbox, the rear end. I mean, it's absolutely incredible to see something like this up close and personal. And I think for the hardcore F1 fan, the hardcore racing fan, they're gonna like be like me when they see this. They're gonna be like, oh my God, like actually see this stuff, right? Because usually we never get this close to the sport.
Sure.
And I think for the fan who's new to the sport, it gives them a different perspective of like what's underneath.
Right.
One of the biggest things I geeked out about is the power unit that's over here. This is from Mercedes. This is from their 2017 championship winning car. I mean, again, right? Like, so this stuff is so top secret. Like teams do everything they can to make sure they're hiding all of this stuff. And like, here it is. Like we're looking at it right now, Marissa. I mean, it's right there.
Notes.
We can kind of touch it. It's there.
I know. I feel like you could actually touch it if you're around. We won't because we're on camera right now, but it actually says do not touch. Okay, guys, don't touch it. Don't. I will say this is my favorite room, okay? Because it's just an inchy din. We get to see all of your favorite drivers as they were when they were children, of course, starting out with the karts, just like Tim did.
Yep. Yeah.
So this is bringing back memories.
Yeah, big time. I mean, like, this is similar to like karts that you know, my dad and I worked on and raced in, and same with my uncle involved in our program as well. And obviously Nigel Mansell's kart, and then it kind of takes you through a bit more of the progression of getting into Formula One or racing in general, right? Yeah. And I think that's important to know. Like, a lot of people are just like, oh, how do you get into Formula One? Well, you know, you always start in go-karts when you're a kid, and I think it's important for newer fans to get the background of that.
This is where Tim's actually going to geek out the most. We're going to keep our love for helmets going here, okay? Because Tim can actually look and name every single one of these helmets who they belong to. Let's go, Tim.
Second.
Ready?
Okay. I don't know all of these helmets, but these are, you know, for the most part, race-worn helmets by Formula One drivers. And like, for the hardcore F1 fan, if they can come in here and name every single one of them without having to look at the placards on below, I will give them $20 because it is impossible. Look how far back this thing goes.
Yeah.
Like,
okay, wait.
Oh my God! Like Francois Sever's helmet's here. Like, that's like.
Look at these. Okay. Look at my Martini Rosso up here.
Yeah, pretty cool.
That's cool.
You got
From
Senna.
1979, Senna's there, yep.
Senna's old helmets
Yep.
from 1987. Senna Academy. You've got Jacques Villeneuve in here. You've
Yeah.
got David Coulthard,
Yeah.
Alexander Wirtz, Eddie Irvine, Fernando Alonso. So this is when he was with Minardi. I love that helmet. That's my favorite helmet of
This
all
is
time.
actually
I
sick.
absolutely love Alonso's helmet
And when
from
do
when
you
he
get to
first started.
when do you get to see the drink straw?
So the drinks bottle, that didn't come in until, where are we? We are right around here actually. Yeah, it's around 2001.
Right,
So you
'cause
can
then
see,
they got-
yeah, the hose kind of goes in through the helmet. I mean, like, usually, honestly, Marissa, once you get 5 laps in, it's like hot tea. It's disgusting.
Oh God.
Yeah, you have to drink it, so
Oh.
you don't have a choice.
They really go through it, hey?
Oh, yeah.
In those cars.
All right. It's not made for comfort.
No, it's made for speed. All right, we are now entering another very, it's just one of those things that you see that really takes your breath away because you don't get to see something like this.
No, not at all.
Up
I mean,
close.
yeah, Marissa, it's a great point. I mean, this is the first time anyone's going to get to see this. Like, no one has seen the back end of this car after Romain Grosjean's crash, which to this day I still don't know how he got out of it alive. But I mean, when you look at the destruction on the thing, it's absolutely incredible. So obviously, racing fans who remember that day, they'll come in and they'll see this, and it's absolutely shocking when you see it because I've seen the helmet up close.
Yeah.
I've seen pictures of obviously the safety cell, which is now preserved. This is preserved as well, and no one has ever seen this though. This is the first time anyone's going to look at it.
And for casual racing fans that maybe don't know about this crash, they do have it on the screens behind as well. And I don't know if you saw, but the driver also made note of the fact that this is on display.
Yeah, I think he shared on social media that if anyone finds his boot, to let him know.
Are we taking a peek?
Yeah, it's like taking
Can
a look
we
to see if it's in there.
Wow, it's honestly a miracle, but obviously a testament to all the safety that has been put into the sport that he survived this, and the only thing that he lost was his shoe. Back to where we all began.
It was a lot of fun, Marissa Thea. I really enjoyed it. That's good.
No, I just love this time of year. I love F1 season. I love when you and I get to connect and actually talk a little racing. I get to see the joy in your eyes when you talk about the sport that you love so much. I know you're heading to Miami soon, but you and I will then reconnect in Montreal.
That's right.
So this
June.
is June. So this is a perfect appetizer, a little amuse-bouche, a little appetizer before we get into the Canadian Grand Prix.